Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for another episode of Is It Worth My Time? This time around, the 2016 CBS series, which of course only lasted one season, BrainDead, which is all one word, BrainDead, by the way. So you can find this series on CBS All Access if you have it, or if you don't want to pay, and most of us don't, it's for free on Pluto TV. So Pluto TV is a streaming service, and you can watch it there. Um, so let me take care of some business first, and then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, what YouTube does, takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my fast video library, and pops it up there just for you. If you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com, where you can see the schedule that I put up there. I change it out every week. And also, I have all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. No tier separate on the Patreon because I'm waiting until I get to 1,000 subs, because I want to give you something if you're going to give me money. Also, I have the links to this YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page for those of you who still have Facebook, where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. So there we go. So what in the hell is this series about? So this actually dropped in the summer of 2016, right before the elections, of course, of 2016. And for those of you who don't remember, because again, it's 4 years ago, it's kind of hazy to remember, but we were in the midst of locked, what was it, shutdowns, economic shutdowns from Congress. Uh, there was a lot of hinky shit going on, even more so than what's going on now. Well, actually, there's more stuff going on now than there was then. So I figured, why not? Since it's election day, I might as well do something that had a little bit of political satire in it and also had some sci-fi to it as well. So what the series was about a woman played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, of course. Her name's Laurel Healy, and she actually lives in LA. She is a cinematographer. She does uh, basically she does movies, documentary movies, stuff like that, of some really obscure shit. So she's trying to basically get money in order to fund her movies. And her father, who of course is rich, says, well, if she works for 6 months for her brother, who's a congressman, he'll give her $100,000, which she needs. She actually needs $200,000 to fund this money that she wants, but she says, okay, I'll do this. So in the midst of all of this, we're seeing this economic shutdown happening in Congress, and all the shit that's happening behind the scenes. And a meteorite has crashed in Russia, and there's a joint effort between Russia and the United States in order to take a look at the meteor. Well, the meteor comes into the Smithsonian just as the shutdown is occurring, and so everything's done. Well, out of the meteor, and honestly, this is no spoilers at this point. It's just kind of a setup. There are some ants that are extraterrestrial in origin, and basically, what they do is they infect some politicians and end up taking over their bodies. And that's where all this hijinks ensues. So you get to see all the craziness that's happening. Is it because of the aliens? Is it just because of politics? What's going on? And that's how these 13 episodes play out. And it's very smartly written. It's a how can I say this? It was something that I don't think people wanted to watch at the time, because they were just kind of weary of all the shutdown nonsense that was happening, all the political wrangling, because we were seeing it on TV constantly from Congress, people arguing back and forth, even more so. Well, we see it. Yeah, it was actually more so than what we're seeing now, quite honestly. And yeah, people I just don't think wanted to watch it during the summertime. And of course, it got canceled by CBS. So this was actually written by the duo who write The Good Wife, which is not a show that I watch. I don't care about. Um, And I'm never going to watch it, honestly. By the way, I tried watching it and it's just I can't do it. But this was actually funny, well written, sharp in satirical wit. Tony Shalhoub is also in it as well. He plays this alcoholic politician called Red, which is, you know, there you go, right there. It kind of slaps you in the face. Red, he's a Republican, yes. Um, and it's pretty damn funny. That's all I can say. I'm not going to give away most of it. You guys can go out there and watch it. So, is it worth your time? Yes, it's worth your time if you enjoy some political satire that bites at both sides and also gives you a little bit of sci-fi into it as well. Um, and yeah, it actually it kind of bites at the government as well. What we have set up. This whole thing about you can't do science until you get funding, and then of course you shut down the science in the middle of something uh, you know important happening, and then you're like, nope, nope, nope. Everyone just shut it all down. That reaction will just stay as it is. It won't go any further than what's happening now. Or that biological process will stop while you're waiting to get your funding and all that stuff. Don't worry about it. It can happen. It won't happen. And that's pretty much what this series is getting at. Um, it's really funny. It's very well done. And yes, it is worth your time. Hey, Morks, you came in late there. Hello, is it me you're looking for? Is that what you're doing? Is it Lionel Richie? Is that what you're doing there, Marks? So yeah, I did forego the spoiler alert sign because I didn't give you much of a spoiler. I just did the setup of this. I kind of want you guys to go and watch it if you are interested in watching it. If it sounds like something that's up your alley. Otherwise, I really don't want to spoil it too much. Like I said, it's 13 episodes. It's really easy to get through. Uh, yeah. Thanks, Marks. But like I said, it's available for free on Pluto TV. There's ads in between, there's commercials in there. Or you can watch it on CBS All Access if you have a subscription. And of course, I think one has ads and one subscription point has ads and one subscription point doesn't. I don't know because I'm not going to subscribe to CBS All Access for one thing. Yeah. And trust me, Star Trek, whatever iteration of Star Trek they've got going on right now is not going to lure me in either. So, not really a big fan of it. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a break from what's going on out there. Nothing too serious at all here, obviously. I know everyone's stressed out, doing a lot of binge drinking, that kind of stuff, or binge eating, or, whatever you're doing in order to cope with the stress. But yeah, no, I just wanted to give you guys something fun. This will be something that you can still be ramped up on politics about, but have fun doing it. And then you can switch back over and you can see what's happening, that kind of thing. All right. So, what else do I have going on the rest of this week? Tomorrow I'm off. Wednesday, of course. Thursday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, I'm doing the Amazon series Truth Seekers. I know I was going to do it tonight, but I figured it was election night. I figured not many people were going to show up. So I figured I'd do Truth Seekers on Thursday instead. That, of course, is Simon Pegg and Nick Frost in there. And then Friday is going to be The Mandalorian. Yes, the new episode of The Mandalorian. Saturday is Saturday Morning Blast Off. Or take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about. We talk about it. Sunday will be Hellstrom. We'll see where that goes. I might just end up finishing off the series completely on Sunday. Otherwise, yeah. Well, we'll see. Monday, of course, I'll be off, and then Tuesday rolls back around again with another episode of Is It Worth My Time? I don't know what I'm doing as of yet, but I will find something. So yeah, this series I actually watched when it came out on CBS initially, and when it's broadcast over the air, that kind of thing. and really enjoyed it. Had a good time with it, and I'm actually going to go rewatch, all of it again because I think it's still fairly relevant and fairly funny too. Quite honestly, it's just it's one of those things that I really enjoyed Mary Elizabeth Winstead in this. She did a great job, and Tony Shalhoub is fucking hilarious as usual in this. This is kind of like almost a callback to Galaxy Quest, kind of that kind of acting that he was doing. Uh, that caliber of acting, I guess you could say, comedic acting that he was doing is, yeah, that's what this is. He does such a great job, and everyone else does too. I mean, everyone involved in this did such a good job. It's funny, it's biting, it's smart, and it's got some sci-fi in it too. So yeah, it's definitely worth the time to go and take a look at it and check it out. All right. Raymond K. Hessel says, I only watched Brain Dead because of Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not saying I did too, but that might have been my draw to come in at first. Maybe. I don't know. No, actually, I remembered, I think I was flipping channels at the time and I came across it. And I didn't even see the very like first 2 or 3 minutes of it. And I came in, I'm like, what's this? And I'm like, huh. And then I started watching it. I started laughing, in the first episode. And I was like, all right, I'll watch this. And it hooked me in the first episode. And so I just kept coming back for it. So it was summertime. There was nothing else to watch really. But it became one of those things that I, it's one of those things that I try and tell people that it's good and no one listens to me about it. And then after a while someone watches and they're like, holy fuck, that was really good. And I'm like, I told you that's why I have this series here. It's kind of like Better Off Ted, which is was on Netflix. I don't know if it's on there anymore still, but Better Off Ted is just this weird eclectic show that survived somehow. I want to say it was on NBC. It might have been ABC, I don't know, but it survived for like 2 seasons and was really fucking funny. And has one of my favorite episodes of any kind of TV to this date, which is the Jabberwocky episode. And if I ever need to bullshit my way through a meeting, that is the presentation I'm going to use because it's a presentation about nothing whatsoever. It's just all flash and it makes sense, which is the weirdest thing. But yeah, it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I agree with you, Marks. Better Off Ted was funny as fuck and got canceled way before its time. Yeah. Your favorite episode was the one with the detector. I don't remember that one. I'd have to go back and watch it again. Hopefully, it's still on Netflix too. So, with that said, I'll return you to your regularly scheduled carnage that's going on the network TVs and all that kind of stuff. I know everyone's still just kind of refreshing, their pages and stuff like that. Mark says they needed the uh, escort to that the detector could light up the room. I don't remember. I really don't remember that one. It's been a while. I haven't watched every single episode since it first aired. So it's my brain's Swiss cheese anyway. Yeah. So thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. And if you're still on the fence about subscribing, I'm so close to 1,000 people here. Come on and subscribe. Take a look at the video that pops on the very end here. And if you like what you see in that video, hit that subscribe button down below there. And while you're down there, if you can, hit that like button and the share button as well. If you want to know when I'm on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule that's up there. Like I said, I change it out every week. And also I have all the links to my social media up there, the links to this YouTube channel, the links to my Facebook page, and the link to a Facebook group page for those of you who still have Facebook. to post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. So, with that said, may the odds ever be in your favor of what's going on tonight. And, hopefully shit works out, man. Because, yeah, it's just ugly right now. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Thursday. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find these little ants coming out of a meteorite. Don't put them anywhere near your ear because you really don't want that to happen. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Thursday. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, and stay safe out there, really. Have a good night, everyone. And hopefully we get a better result tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Good night.